ABO, it's not okay. I just want to update you about that story I talked about. So this is from BBC News. Coronavirus. Trump signs into law largest bailout in U.S. history. President Trump has signed the largest ever U.S. financial stimulus package worth £2 trillion, £1.7 trillion as the country grapples with the coronavirus pandemic. The House of Representatives passed the cross-party bill 2 days after the Senate debated its provisions. On Wednesday, the number of Americans filing for unemployment surged to a record high of 3.3 million people. The U.S. has more confirmed cases of coronavirus than any other country, with more than 100,000 positive tests. No Democratic lawmakers were invited to the historic signing ceremony, which was held at the White House, though the president thanked both parties for coming together, setting aside their differences and putting America first. Mr. Trump said the package was twice as large as any prior relief bill. This will deliver urgently needed relief to our nation's families, workers, and businesses, he said. Just before signing the act into law, Trump invoked the Defense Production Act, DPA, which gives the president the power to force private industries to create items required for national defense. Mr. Trump said the order will compel General Motors to manufacture much-needed medical ventilators for the federal government. Earlier in the day, Mr. Trump tweeted that General Motors had promised to give us 40,000 much-needed ventilators very quickly. Now they are saying it will be only 6,000 in late April and they want top dollar, he said, failing to invoke the DPA. During the bill signing, the president said that tremendous medical supplies will be coming soon, adding we've had great results in just about everything we're talking about. Earlier on, Friday, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced 8 temporary hospitals to meet an expected surge in cases. He said 519 people had died in the state, the worst hit in the state, and there were 635 confirmed cases. What happened in Congress? Democrats and Republicans in the Democratic-led House approved the stimulus package by a voice vote on Friday following a 3-hour debate. Our nation faced an economic and health emergency of historic proportions due to the coronavirus pandemic, the worst pandemic in over 100 years, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said. Members of the House had been ready to conduct the vote at their homes but were forced to return to Washington at the last minute after a Republican representative from Kentucky demanded a quorum of half the chambers be present. Thomas Massey, who objected to the stimulus package, saying it contained too much spending. Thomas Massey also sought to delay proceedings by demanding a formal recorded vote as opposed to a voice vote, but he was overruled. Mr. Trump vented his fury at Mr. Massey on Twitter, calling him a third-rate grandstander and demanding he be thrown out of the Republican Party. What's in the stimulus package? The new law enables direct payments to individuals and companies whose livelihoods and businesses have been affected by the pandemic. It seeks to deliver $1,200 to every American earning less than $75,000 per year and $500 per child. It also gives money directly to state governments and bolsters the unemployment benefit program. Under the law, jobless benefits will be extended to those not normally covered, such as freelancers and workers in the gig economy. The bill also offers loans and tax breaks to companies that face going out of business, as 1 in every 4 Americans is ordered to remain at home and only go outside for essential needs. Officials across the U.S. have closed restaurants, bars, cinemas, hotels, and gyms in an effort to slow the spread of the virus. Car firms have halted production and air travel has fallen dramatically. According to economists, a fifth of the U.S. workforce is in some form of lockdown. With almost 1,500 virus-related fatalities, the U.S. death toll remains lower than those in Italy and China, but there are virus hotspots in New York, New Orleans, and Detroit. Mr. Cuomo said any realistic scenario cases of people seriously ill from the virus would overwhelm New York's healthcare system. He said the state had an astronomical shortfall in the number of ventilators which support patients who are no longer able to breathe on their own. Demand for ventilators also doubled in the southern state of Louisiana. Governor John Bel Edwards said New Orleans would run out of ventilators by 2nd of April and possibly run out of hospital beds by 7th of April if the number of new infections does not subside. It's not some flimsy theory. This is what's going to happen, he said. Medical staff across the country are also reporting shortages of personal protective equipment. Earlier on Friday, World Health Organization Chief Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said a chronic global shortage of protective equipment was the most urgent threat to the ability to save lives. On Thursday, Vice President Mike Pence said coronavirus tests were now available in all 50 states, and more than 552,000 tests have been conducted nationwide. Mr. Trump set a much criticized goal of Easter Sunday, 12 April, for reopening the country. Okay, I'm going to leave this article in the description. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. If you want to support this channel, you want to go fund me there as well. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave that there in the description as well. Peace.